Melissa, and we're going to flow through some yoga poses today. And at the end of class, before Shavasana, we're going to take 5 minutes before Shavasana and do like a quick meditation. It's called a metta meditation, or a meditation of loving kindness. And it's just going to be a quick hit, 5 minutes of meditation. So when we get to that point, and I'll remind you again, you can lie down just like you're getting ready for Shavasana, or if lying down for 10 minutes just seems like unbearable to you and you know you'll fall asleep, you can sit up for the meditation, and then I'll tell you when to lie down for the Shavasana. All right, so again, we'll talk about that again at the end of class. We will get started this morning in child's pose. So coming onto your mat, or turning onto your mat, you can have your knees wide and your big toes to touch, or you can bring your knees together. That might feel really nice on your back. It just really depends on how you feel and what kind of stretch you're looking for at the beginning of your practice. And then just start to lower down, and you can have elbows down, you could have arms stretched out, you could have elbows really bent. And then head comes down. If your head doesn't want to come down this morning just yet, you could always stack your hands, you could stack your fists to let your forehead rest on something. If you have a block, that's fantastic. You could put your head on a block, or you could take your block and put it between your bum and your, whoops, that wasn't it. Between your bum and your heel, lifting up your bum a little bit, but still having it supported, allows you to lower your head a little more. And then just wherever you are, however you found your child's pose this morning, just start to come into your breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, if that's possible. Think about 3 more breaths here. And see if you can relax something down a little bit more that wouldn't go 2 or 3 or 5 breaths ago. Inhale, coming up into your table. So come onto your hands and knees. And shoulders are going to be right over your wrists, knees under your hips. We're off our spine, a little cat-cow movement. So just pause right here for a moment. Find your nice long spine, flat back. Press the hands in the mat a little more just to lengthen the arms. Increase the space in between your shoulder blades, but we're not coming into a cat yet. We're just feeling just where we can make and find more room. And now take an inhale. And then exhale, dome and round that spine. Look back between your legs, drop your head. Inhale, starting from the low back, drop the belly. Squeeze the shoulder blades and look up. Exhale, round and dome that spine. Look back between your legs. Cat stretch. Inhale, drop the belly. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Look up for your cow. And then just move between these 2 poses, using your breath. At any point, you could stop and hold one of the poses. Just make sure not to hold your breath. Try to get 2 more cycles in. Next time you find yourself in your cow pose, take your time getting there. We will just meet in a neutral spine, pausing. And then we're going to open our shoulders a little bit this morning. So, excuse me, take your right arm out to the side, extend it long. We're going to weave and move a couple times before we actually land and hold. So exhale, bring that right arm under the left, reaching, but then inhale, come back up. See if you can lift your arm a little higher. See if you can follow your hand with your gaze. Exhale, weave it through again. Inhale, reaching up. Maybe looking up, and then exhale, weave through, and this time land on the shoulder. And lots of choices for this left hand. Maybe your head doesn't want to touch. You could put your hand palm down or making a fist under your head. Maybe your head does reach down and you can even try and get the ear down. And then you can take that right hand, you could leave it where it is. You could stretch it out long in front of you. You could lift it up, or you could bring it to the small of your back. Pay attention to what your right foot is doing right now. It's probably popping up a little bit off the mat. So just make an effort to bring that the top of the right foot down. That evens your hips more. And then breathe here. Two more breaths. On an exhale, bring that left hand back in front of your face. Press into it. Lift that right arm up, 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 up. And then exhale, set it down. Let's move on to the other side. So bring the left arm out, just straight up to the side. Exhale, weave it through underneath. And then inhale, bring it back up. See if you can lift it a little higher and follow your hand with your gaze. Exhale, weave it through. Inhale, lifting and looking up if your neck's okay. And then exhale, weave it through, come to land on that shoulder. Figure out where your head can be and then where you want your right hand to be. If it's not supporting your head, you can bring it in front of you, lift it up, or again, the small of your back. And paying attention to that left foot this time. If it's popping up, just make an effort to lean over a little bit. Not just because that means you're just leaning way over in one direction. So you lean to try and get the top of the foot press. You're in a little bit better alignment. One more breath. And then on your exhale, bring the hand in front of your face, the right hand, and then press and lift that left arm up, 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 up. And then bring your hands down, curl your toes, lift your hips up into a down dog. And from here, you can just pedal, you can sway, you can rock forward, you can lower those knees down really low and then lift everything back up. Whatever feels good and helps get you working out some of the kinks that you have this morning. Take two more breaths just to pedal, move, sway. Again, whatever it is that feels good for you this morning. And then on your next exhale, we're going to try and find some stillness. So in your stillness, bend your knees at least a little bit. Heels will rise up off the mat. And then press into your hands, especially your middle, your forefinger, your middle finger, and your thumb. And feel your hips shoot a little higher. Feel your spine get a little longer. Two more breaths here. Inhale, look up at your hands and just baby steps, feet to hands or hands to feet. When you get to the top of the mat, separate your feet at least hip width distance, maybe a little more, just to have a nice wide base, and then let everything hang down. Let your head go, shake it yes and no. Your arms can dangle, or you can grab opposite elbows. Your whole body can sway or just hang straight down. Bend those knees a lot. You want to feel a little bit of stretch in your hamstrings, but not any great pulling. So bending those knees helps you. Two more breaths here. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. And then slowly start to roll up. Take your time here. You can even use your hands to walk up your body. It's a nice gentle rolling. We've been down for a while, so you want to come nice and slow. When your head comes up, sweep the arms up overhead. Let the palms touch. Maybe give a peek up at your hands. And then bring your hands into heart center and down at your side. Pause here for a moment. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center and fold. Inhale, flat back, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, plant the hands down and step back, one foot and then the other until you're in a high plank. And then everybody drop your knees. Rock your body forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists, just like when we were in a flat back. And we're going to practice little baby chaturangas. They're going to be super tiny at first, just to kind of get your feel going. So when we bend our elbows, we want the elbows to shoot back and kind of get ready to brush the ribs. You don't want them shooting out to the side. So let's try just tiny, tiny ones. Come down just a little bit and then push yourself back up, like 2 inches, just to feel the elbows shoot back. And then come back up. And let's try one more of those, just a little, and come back up. And now we're going to come all the way down, but nice and slow. So take a deep breath in. And then exhale, start to come down. Elbows are brushing the sides of the body. You're controlling the whole movement all the way down. Oh, and then we're all the way down. Hands should be right about under the shoulders or close to it. And then inhale, lift your chin and chest, little baby cobra. Exhale, touch down. Let's do a couple more of this. Still warming up the spine. Inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale, touch. One more like that. Inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale, touch. This time, lift your chin, chest, and your hands to hover. Full cobra. Let's hold this for 2 breaths. Exhale, touch down. Slide the hands a little lower so they're closer to your middle ribs. Again, you're squeezing this elbows in toward each other. Inhale, lift chin, chest, press your hands in. Pull, straightening your arms, looking straight ahead. Maybe your knees stay down or thighs, or maybe you pop those legs up, even if it's just for like a half a breath on the tops of your feet. And then we all push back into a table and a down dog. And again, from here, if you want to still move, if you still like you need to get something working out, you can move in your down dog, or you can be still in this one. We're going to be here for 2 more breaths. And look up at your hands, walk your feet to your hands, come right into a flat back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, palms touch overhead. Bring your hands into your heart and down at your sides. So we're going to do that again, but a little bit faster. Again, you can play with your chaturanga, or maybe you're like, no, not today. I'm going all the way down. I'm going to give the option. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms touch, maybe a little back bend at the top. Exhale, hands through heart center and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop, or float back to your high plank. And then low plank, either from your plank or knees down plank. Inhale, heart opener. And exhale, down dog. Two more breaths here. Inhale, look up at your hands, walk, hop, or float, feet to hands, come right into a flat back, squeeze their shoulder blades. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, palms touch overhead, maybe a back bend, maybe not. Bring your hands into your heart and down at your side. So we're gonna have some fun in our chair, woohoo! So inhale, sweep your arms up, sit your seat down in your imaginary chair. Hold this just for a couple breaths. We're gonna move through our chair. So on your next inhale, stand up and come up on your tiptoes. Ooh. And then exhale, sit back down in your chair. Inhale, rise and come on your tiptoes, or try to. Exhale, sit down. 3 more of those. Inhale, rise up, tiptoes. Exhale, sit in chair. Inhale, rise up, tiptoes. Ooh, try. Exhale, chair. Last one. Inhale, rise up, tiptoes. Exhale, sit in your chair and hold and breathe. Maybe do something different with your arms. Make sure you're looking up straight ahead of you, because when you look down, you kind of just close yourself off. So when you look up, give you a little bit more opportunity to open up. One more inhale here. And then exhale, hands come down. Plant the hands, step back, high plank, low plank, heart opener, and down dog. Pause here in your down dog for a moment. And then inhale, lift the right leg up in the air. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands, and you may have to drag it up there, and that's fine. We're going to turn the back toes down at a little bit of an angle, and then rise up into your warrior one. So before we raise the arms or anything, just make sure that your feet are spaced apart comfortably. You can have a nice bend in this front knee, and we're going to flow in between a warrior one, just like we are, with the knees bent and the arms up. And then on our exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg and sweep the arms behind us. And then inhale, sweep the arms back up, bend into the front knee. Exhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms behind you, pointing to the back of the room. Inhale, rising up, warrior one. Exhale, our modified pyramid pose. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, warrior one. And now exhale to your modified pyramid pose. Your arms can shoot toward the back of the room, or they can reach for the mat. And you can come into a deeper fold, but I'm just going to hold in my flat back this morning. It really is up to you. If you can't touch the mat and you don't have blocks, you can put your hands on your shins to give you a moment of a break. Keeping those arms up and extended behind you. It's just a little more challenging. We're here for 2 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, bend to the front knee, sweep the arms up and hold your warrior one. So this is flowing between dynamic poses when we move and static poses when we hold. Inhale, exhale, open up into a warrior two. So the front heel lines up with the back instep, pull that belly button in, let the knee bend, pelvis sinks down, arms are long, and we breathe. And now we're going to flow through this pose and then straightening the leg and bring the arms up over our head. So take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, palms touch overhead. Exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sinking. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Sink and hold for a couple of breaths. You can give his arms a break. We're going to flow through one more pose in warrior two. We're going to kind of pretend we're shooting a bow and arrow. So just take a moment here. Feel this warrior two. And then take your left arm, reach it towards your right, and then pull it back like you're pulling back that bow and release. Sweep the left arm up, let the palms touch, and then pull back and release. Palms touch in the front, pull back and release like you're a hunter warrior. Palms touch, pull back, release. Just one more. Palms touching, pulling back, and release. And then flip your front palm, bring that arm up in the air. The other arm just dangles by your back leg. Make sure you're bending in the front knee. Our lower body's not going to move. We're going to flow in between our reverse warrior and our side angle pose. So inhale here. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, and hold here. Breathe. We're going to give each of these poses their time to shine in their static version. Take an inhale. Exhale, side angle pose. And you can choose to keep the forearm on the thigh, or you can work the hand down toward a mat, or to hover, or to a block. But keeping the forearm on the thigh is perfectly fine. 2 more breaths. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up warrior two for a moment just to feel it, and look down at the foot, cartwheel the hands down, surround the foot, step back, high plank, low plank, heart opener, down dog, and we're all going to be in a child's pose. So again, the child's pose of your choosing. It may feel exactly like the pose at the beginning, or it may feel like you want to do something just a little bit different. One more breath. And then inhale, just work your way back to your down dog. Take your time. And then inhale, lift your left leg up in the air. Exhale it through to between your hands. Turn the back foot down, a little bit of an angle. And inhale, rise up to your warrior one. So again, just before you get into full warrior one, make sure that the bend is nice in your front leg. You have enough distance between your feet and without having too much, without being feel like you're pulling apart. And then lift the arms up. We're going to flow again. So take an inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms back behind you. Inhale, bend into the legs, sweep up. Exhale, straighten and sweep back. Inhale, bend and lift. Exhale, straighten and sweep. Inhale, open, or coming up to warrior one. Exhale, modified pyramid. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, modified pyramid, and we're going to hold here. So yes, your arms can stay back behind you. That's really heavy. They can be on your shin. They can be on the fingertips on the mat. Maybe you have a block or a book or a thick cushion. Anything works here. If you don't have anything, but you can get something, fairly quickly, I give you permission to come out of the pose. We're here for 2 more breaths. And then inhale, rise up into your warrior one. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. If your arms are fatigued from being up, you can goal post the arms. You can bring your hands to heart or at your hips. Two more breaths. Take an inhale. Open up into your exhale and just kind of get yourself situated before we are in a rush to get anywhere. Front heel lines up with the back insteps, arms are long, and make sure, so the bottom portion, we're going to lift and straighten. Other than that, everything kind of stays the same. Trying to feel like we're sinking in, especially after this series of movements. We really want to hold steady in our lower body. So take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach the palms up. Exhale, sink back, warrior two. Inhale, straighten and stretch. Exhale, sink, warrior two. Inhale, rise, palms touch. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sinking. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink, hold. Feel yourself now. Really sinking down, but the torso is rising up. And we're going to be true warriors now. So just turn the palm to face the front. Bring the right arm to the left. Palms touch, and then you pull back like you're pulling back that bow, and then release. Arm sweeps forward, pull back, and release. Sweep forward, pull back, and release. 2 more. Sweeping, pulling, release. Last one. Sweeping, pulling, release. Pause. And now flip that front palm. Bring that arm up in the air. Other arm just dangles by the back leg. Sometimes this is where we Straighten out that front leg a little, so we really want to sink. Take an inhale. Exhale, left arm to left thigh, right arm up in the air. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. This time, inhale, reverse and hold. Sink, breathe. Make sure their shoulders are relaxed, not climbing up into your ears. Two more. Take an inhale. On your exhale, find your side angle pose. And again, you can stay with the forearm on the thigh, or you can just like let it hang. Maybe you can touch the mat, but if you touch the mat and you start to curve down toward the mat, you want to lift it back up. This is why a block is great. Just brings the floor a little bit closer to you. Two more breaths. Inhale, lift up to your warrior two, pause. We're gonna do something a little different this time. So drop the hands and turn toward the long edge of your mat. We're gonna fold and we're gonna move within our fold as well. So maybe your toes are pointing straight on. Maybe it doesn't feel good that way, especially in your knees or your hips. So you can have your toes out, heels in. Again, playing with whatever feels good for you. Take an inhale, just nice and tall. And exhale, come to a flat back. And we're gonna pause here. I'm gonna flow between flat back and a fold. So again, maybe a block is something that you want here, or maybe your fingertips can touch. So inhale, nice strong flat back. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding. Couple more, just like that. Kind of like a wave. And now you can choose to either hang in your flat back, or if upside down doesn't really work for you, you can hang in your fold or hang in your flat back if you don't want to be upside down so much. So you choose, and hands can be wherever they kind of work for you. In front, walking in between your legs, holding on to big toes or ankles. All kinds of options here. One more breath. We will all meet in our flat back. And then take your hands and walk over towards your right foot. Bend deeply into that right knee and come up on the left heel and try to bring your chest up. So again, when we look down, we kind of curve inward toward ourselves, and we want to try and open things up. So just as much as you can here, lifting the heart, bending into the right knee, flexing the left foot. If that's really uncomfortable on the left leg, then you can bring the whole foot down. Two more breaths here. This is a huge inner thigh stretch. And you're like, why? You don't need to tell me. I can feel it, Melissa. One more inhale. Let it go. Inhale, come back through the center, bend into the left knee, walk your hands over to the left foot, and come up on the right heel. And we didn't do it on the other side, but if you really want to play and take a chance, you can lift your hands and bring them someplace. Breathe. Two more breaths. Inhale. On your exhale, just start to walk your hands around in front of your foot and rise up a little just so you can step back into a plank and take your flow, take your vinyasa, or just meet in a child's pose, because that's where we're all headed. But if you need your whole flow, take it to a down dog and then drop your knees and take your child's pose. 2 more breaths here. And then work your way back to a down dog. Look up at your hands. Walk, hop, or float your feet to your hands. Come right into a flat back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Maybe back bend, maybe not. You choose. And then bring your hands into your heart and down at your side. So we're going to hold our flow through a balanced pose, which is going to be a little challenging, especially if you're like me and you're on carpeting. So maybe you want to go walk to a wall. Don't worry if you can't see me, you'll be able to hear me. Or maybe you have like this piece of cheap furniture like I have behind me. Don't ever be afraid to, drop the toe down for a moment. All right, so we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up just to a 90-degree bend. And then you can bring your arms up. You can bring them to a goal. Actually, we're going to have them to a goal post. I'm sorry. Everybody's arms to goal post. So elbows bent. Take an inhale. Exhale, turn your torso toward the right. Coming into a twist on one foot. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Center and twist. Still using your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more on this leg. So inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Hold 2 breaths. You made it this long, you can do it. And then set the leg down, set the arms down. Just shake everything out. All right, and now really grounded on that right foot, and then lift your left leg up, bend the knee. Flexing the foot might help, or pointing the foot might help. So kind of just choose and pick. Arms out to goal post. Take an inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Last one each side. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Hold for 2 breaths. Ooh. And then set the foot down. Just bring the arms down. Just bring everything to a shake. Loosen up a little bit. Maybe kind of empty coat sleeves. I had an instructor that called this empty coat sleeves. All right, so we're going to come into a yogi squat. So right away, if you're thinking yogi squat is not for me, you can just come to have a seat and meet us in yogi squat. If you're joining us in yogi squat, your feet are going to be as wide as your mat. Right now, just have your toes straight, pointed forward, and the edges of your feet line up with the edges of your mat. Bring your hands into your heart. And then on your exhale, just start to lower down and see where you can go without moving the feet. And, you may be like 2 inches lower, and that's your yogi squat. That's okay. Once you find where you can go, then you can turn your toes out and lift your heels and lower down the rest of the way. If you kind of want to be in a yogi squat and you kind of don't, a block under your bum is a great option. It kind of gets you into that shape, but you're supported. So hands at prayer, elbows kind of pushing, pressing the palms together, and you're using the elbows to push the knees open. And you breathe here, whether you're supported or not. I'm going to offer you an option of crow pose. Crow pose can be really challenging. So if you want to try it, I'm going to take you through step by step. I think a side view might be better. I love blocks for crow pose. 2 different ways to use them are behind you to put your toes on it so you already feel like you're flying, or in front of you where you can hover or rest your lips, chin, or forehead over that block. So bring your hands about a foot and a half in front of your feet. You're going to have to play with your own distances here. And then palms are flat. Leaning forward, true crow, I should tell you, is knees into the armpits, but we're going to do a little bit modified, and we're going to bring the knees on the outside of the upper arms. We're going to squeeze the knees in as we push the arms out. Leaning forward, push those knees in, and then take your feet, walk them. So maybe you're just on the big toes and they're closer together, and then just lift up one toe and put it down. Pull that belly button in nice and tight. Lift up the other toe and put it down. And then maybe you lean a little forward and you fly. And we're going to be here for like 3 or 4 more breaths just so you can play. Crow's not really been in my practice. I have a wonky wrist right now, so I'm going to imagine all of you doing crow. And hold for just 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then if you aren't already there, we're all going to meet having a seat, coming as gently as you can. And we're going to come into another hip opening pose. We're going to come into butterfly pose. So bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees opening. I like to hold my feet and kind of give myself a little foot massage. Start off nice and tall. And maybe you just stay here, or maybe you start to lean forward. And again, this might be another place for a block, though this morning, if I were to try to use a block, I wouldn't come anywhere near it. You can always stack blocks on top of each other. As we're here and we exhale, we do try to go a little bit deeper. And that little bit, it may be a millimeter deeper. All good. Hold for 3 more breaths. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take a full pigeon this morning. And come to give you a couple choices. Bend your left leg in, and then take your right leg, if you can, and you're going to try and get this knobby part of your ankle into the crooky part of your knee. So technical. And then stacking. It's also called fire log pose. So if you kind of imagine your legs, and you look down, and you can see a triangle of space. If it's not quite a triangle, see if you can move your feet a little farther away so they're kind of straight. And your legs are making a triangle. You can see that triangle of space. Some people love to put a block under the knee. I sometimes do. It really does depend. But again, just like in butterfly, I'm going to offer you to lean forward. And as you do, some of that space is going to be eliminated. If you have the block there, then you're just kind of stuck in that way. And again, maybe that's what your hips need. Maybe that's what they want. I have to think of a better word than stuck. Maybe you're just being stationary instead of moving here. And to add, I'm sorry. And if this doesn't work for you, you can bring that right leg in front of the left. I love that option. And you can have your forearms on your lower legs and kind of just press down, and again, more encouraging to go deeper into this pose. Take about 5 more breaths here. We're always in hip opening poses a little longer than other poses. It takes longer for our hips to open. Inhale, work your way up if you were folding, and then take your legs and stretch them out. You may need to kind of manipulate them out. We get a little stuck in that pose. And then just kind of wiggle, wobble, pitter patter the knees. And then we're going to go to the other side. So bring the right leg in this time. That one's going to be on the bottom. And then I'll just show you the option is to have that left leg in the front, which is great, especially if you have any ankle issues. It may feel much better. If not, you're going to bring that knobby part of the ankle into the crooky part of your knee. Try to keep both feet flexed. That's very protective of your knees when you flex your feet. And then again, looking for these legs to make a triangle, looking for that triangle of space. And then you can stay nice and tall, especially if you're like, oh, I can't even, this is too much. It's almost too much. Then stay there. Or you can start to lean forward. You can use those forearms as leverage to kind of push everything downward. Five more breaths. Inhale, work your way up. And again, just straighten the legs. May require some manipulation of your legs, a little rocking, a little pitter patter. And then bring the right foot into the left thigh. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and folding forward. Before you start your round, I want you to just kind of stretch everything out long. Head, the crown of the head reaches toward your foot. Back nice and straight. And then on your exhale, you can round the back, drop the head. And just relax into this pose. Sometimes you get a little deeper, you get a little more lengthening and stretching if you stretch everything out long first before you round. Two more breaths. Inhale, work your way back up and just switch your legs. So right leg extends, left leg bends in. Inhale the arms up and exhale and fold. So again, we're just going to kind of lengthen and reach, crown of the head to the foot. Just another breath. And then round and drop your head. One more breath. Inhale, work yourself back up. Stretch both legs out long. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold just like before. Just try and get a little length, crown reaching. And then you can round, drop everything. Two more breaths. And then inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to use our core to roll down if that feels okay. If it does not, you're just going to roll onto the elbow and roll onto the other elbow. Just gently come down. If it does feel okay, maybe bend your knees and just start to roll down. And then bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, a little rock and roll. And then bring the feet down. One more pose that we're going to flow through with just a nice easy bridge. So feet are pretty close to you. And then we're just going to inhale and rise and exhale and lower, nice and slow. So inhale, lifting lower back, middle back, upper back. Exhale, drop the upper or lower the upper, middle, lower. See if you can feel each section of your spine lowering down. Inhale, rise up, nice and slow. Don't worry about going to your full usual height of bridge. Exhale, come down, because that's not what this is about. This is about just getting a little bit more movement, a little bit more mobility into your spine. Exhale and lower. Two more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. One more. Exhale, lower. And then bring the knees into the chest and drop them over to the right, arms long. You can extend the top leg if you like. You can bring a hand to the top leg. Whatever feels good in this twist. You can turn your head and look in the opposite direction. Inhale, bring them back to center. And exhale, let them go the other way. Deepening in whatever way feels good here. Take a breath in. Let it go. Inhale, come back to center. Give your knees a hug. And we're going to do just that quick little, it's called a metta meditation. So again, you can lie down and do it. If you want to put on something warm before you get there, feel free. If you're afraid that you're going to fall asleep, if you don't care, then lie down. If you care a little, then maybe just sit up, and I'll cue you when you should lie down for your Shavasana. So a metta meditation is just a meditation sending love and kindness out to the world. So just find a comfortable place, settle in, and just like with anything else, when we're trying to give to the world, we need to take some for ourselves. The whole you can't pour from an empty cup, put your oxygen mask on first. So you need to give yourself love and kindness before you can set it out. So we're just going to offer ourselves some phrases of loving kindness. So you can repeat silently after me. If you're at home and you want to repeat out loud, go ahead. Closing your eyes if they're not already. And just repeat, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be at ease. And now the easy one. Try to picture somebody who you love. It could be a parent, it could be a child, it could be a spouse, it could be a friend, it could be a pet. Someone who you have absolute love for, someone who you, of course, always think about and want to be happy. And we'll offer them these phrases. Again, silently or out loud. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. So let go of this person from your mind and bring to mind a neutral person. Someone you see maybe regularly, but you don't know well. It could be somebody from work or from the neighborhood or from the corner store. And even though you don't know this person well, you know that they want what we all want. We want to be happy and at ease. So keeping them in your mind, and offering them these phrases. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. And now the tricky one. Release that person and bring to mind someone with whom you've had some difficulty with. It may not be the most difficult person in your life. You don't have to shoot for the moon right out of the gate. Just someone who maybe you've had a little problem with. And knowing that if this person is happy and at ease, then maybe the problem goes away. So we want everyone to have this happiness and ease in them. So picture this person and then offering these phrases. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. And then finally, just trying to picture in your mind the whole world, every person, every animal, knowing again, just like the person with whom we have had difficulty, the happier everyone is, the more at ease and at peace everyone is, then the more ease and at peace everyone is. So just maybe it will be helpful just to kind of picture the earth, picture the globe, and then repeat the phrases. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be safe. May we all be at ease. And then if you are not already lying down, find that comfortable lying down position for your Shavasana. However it works for you. And then take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And take and enjoy your rest. Start to take some deeper breaths. Make some small movements, wiggle, turn, bend. Whenever you feel ready, bring your knees into your chest and roll onto your right side. Take your time. And then use your hand as leverage to push yourself up into a seated position. Bring your hands into your heart. May we have peace in our hearts and in our homes, peace in our communities and in our lands, and peace throughout the world. Let your thumbs float up to the space in between your eyebrows. And as we end our practice, we bow our heads and say namaste. Thank you all for coming this morning. Have a wonderful week. Bye.